Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be unboxing the DJI Power 500. Let's just get started. Go straight into it. Okay, so I've already opened the void stickers, or void of damage stickers, should I say. Right, let's get them. So we've got our cable, got some stickers and manual, and right, move that padding out of the way. There we go, right. Well packed, try and get the grip of it. Nothing in the bottom of that, right. Get this out of the way. And here we go. Okay, look, right. Da-da-da. Okay, we'll tip you in there, in the back. Get rid of that there. Okay, so here we have it. So, this is the DJI Power 500, not the bigger one. I went for the smaller one just purely because of the weight and the size of it. The bigger one, although could be useful for maybe a future upgrade, for now, I think this will do exactly what I need it to do. So it's got 512 watt hours of battery capacity, which will, it depends on what you're doing, but charge your drone, say 6 times, laptop 4 times. It just depends on how much power exactly you need out of this, but it should be more than sufficient for photographers and for what they're doing, charging your drone, charging your phone, all the bits and bobs, and your batteries and your cameras. It can do up to 1,000 watt power output, and you've got dual 100 watt USB-C ports, so you can get super fast charging out of that, and you can fast charge drones, DJI drones. I'll come back to that in a moment. What else does it do? It's got 7.3 kilos of weight. I mean, it's okay, it's manageable. You wouldn't be doing weights with it. Well, maybe some people might, but it's an okay weight. It's fairly solid, it's stable, so that's good. 25 decibels, so it's meant to be very quiet compared to some household appliances, but we'll switch it on in a moment and get that out tested. It can be fully recharged in 70 minutes. Recharged to 80% in just 50 minutes, so that's quite impressive. So one of my favourite things about this is it can be used as a UPS. So you can use that to plug into your router or your computer and so on. So in the event of a power outage, this will kick in, and while the battery lasts, it will keep those devices powered. And it kicks in very quickly, like milliseconds. So maybe we'll test that out in future video. But that also made it attractive that if I'm not out and about, I can have it plugged into my sort of Wi-Fi router. I think Wi-Fi routers, it claims like 35, 40 hours of working power if your electricity goes out. So I don't imagine that's ever going to happen, but for the minor times where it's gone out for a little period, this will keep it kicked in. It can be recharged through the mains. You've got a power supply, obviously, plug through the USB-C. It can be done through a car power adapter, and it can be done through solar. You can get solar panels that you can plug into this, so you can charge it out and about. So it's got a whole bunch of accessories that you can then flag in and connect. The standard power brick that you get with the Power Hub is 240 watt, but you can do up to 190 watt of charging power off the USB-C. But this is where this cable comes in, the SDC. So this is an additional cable that you need to buy. It doesn't come as standard, it's £19 depending on the type of battery. This is the adapter for the Mavic 4. For the Mavic 3 series, the adapter directly charges an individual battery. This, on the other hand, on the power bricks, connects into that, and it charges, you see that? And that charges as if it was like the power brick, much faster. So this can fully recharge a battery in 50 minutes, and you can do 10 to 90% in 31 minutes, it claims, which is pretty incredible. The final charge is a trickle charge, that's why it takes a little bit longer, but if you can get the 51-minute flight time out of a battery and have this plugged in and your other batteries are fully charged while you're going off and doing that, that's going to be absolutely brilliant. And if it can do, I don't know how many times you can recharge a full pack of this battery, but that'll be something when you're out on the road. It means you could be flying all day with your 3 sets of batteries you've got with the Fly More combo, and you don't need to sit there and get to a power outlet. You should hopefully power all that off it, and you can of course power your and charge up your screen and your controller off that through the USB cable as well. So what we'll do is we'll get it switched on. I think, as I say, it's a manageable weight. Hand out the back makes it easy enough to carry. No issues with that. So let's switch this on and see what it's charged to at the moment. So this is straight out of the box, 52%, and let's see if we can hear it. It is very quiet. So we'll go straight into, actually we'll USB port first. So one of the USB-C ports, plug that in, and I'm just going to plug the other end into the RC2 controller. And let's see if that charges. Now, it would probably help if I hadn't used it already and fully charged it. Let's see if that'll kick it in and start charging. It's fully charged at the moment. Okay, so now that I've switched it on, it's taking some power. So this is on at the moment. It is fully charged. It's saying only minor output, but it's charging, but it is incredibly quiet. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to disconnect this for a moment. You can of course charge multiple devices at the same time, but this, the SDC port, the best thing that I think about these things that are going to make it really handy. Plug it into that. Okay, you'll see. Plug that into there. Okay, we now have that connected, and I think my batteries are fully charged as well, so this might be a very poor example. Let's go in and have a look. If I can put it in the right way around. A bit stiff. And see the lights have come on, and they did come on. Let me just show you that again. Once you plug it in, it's at least picking up the lights. I suppose because it's fully charged it's not going to do anything, but that fast charging port is what will charge in 50 minutes fully charge, or 31 minutes up to 90%. So in theory you could be out flying one battery, plug that one in, take the next one out. When you come back after you run your flight from that, your next battery is ready to go. So that is the convenience of that. So I'm going to charge it up later on, see how long it takes, but this can be fully recharged from your mains to get it all up in under, what was it, 70 minutes. Fully charged in 70 minutes, and it's recharged to 80% in just 50 minutes. So I think this is going to be really handy out and about. Obviously, charge all your devices. You can have your mobile phone plugged into that, your camera, power adapter for your battery, your phone, anything else. And you can even buy the adapter to charge it from your car. So as you're driving along, if you want to recharge it up, you can do that. And if you have other accessories and things in the back of your car that you want to charge up as you're going along, it is more than capable. So there's absolutely no sound out of this. Obviously, it's probably because it's only just charging that. Batteries are fully charged. I'll have to try this again later and to do a from scratch test when my batteries are completely depleted and see how much battery is left on the charger once you've charged a full set of batteries and how much percentage is left. That'll give us a good idea of then how many times you can recharge your batteries full set off the 512, what battery capacity that you have in that. So yep, all very cool. I'll have to see if we can get a case for it. It's got all the vents. I'm just going to disconnect this for a moment. Still got stuff. So let's disconnect that so don't pull on that by mistake. So it's got all the vents on the back and then tiny ones on the side. Let the air out. Nice airflow and keep it cooled down. Really good quality finish. And obviously I think it's got some dust proof and things. Certainly the videos show that you can put it out on the sand, you take to the beach and things with you. I don't know to what extent. But you've obviously got the charging ports, AC adapters, and then you need to press the button at the bottom to start the charging if you're using the plugs off that. It also has an app, I think. I need to check that you can control it and check all the other sort of metrics. But for me, the size of it, the weight of it, I think it was fine for what I needed to do to get it out and about. Stick that in the boot of your car or in the back seat and have it charging your drones while you're out. I might even buy some more batteries actually, because if I've got one in the camera and it's charging a full set as we go along, 51 minutes per battery, that's quite a lot of flying time. One other thing, you might not know about the charging hub, because obviously it charges everything, all the batteries simultaneously. Well, what it does is it'll take the lowest one, or the lowest ones, put them all to an equal level, and then charge them all simultaneously. That's very clever about that. You can, of course, use it as a power bank, so you can plug that cable directly into here, into your mobile phone, into anything, and use the power bank of that. One other thing you may not know about the power charge is when you've got your 3 batteries in here, so let's say, you know, these two, the first 2 are quite low, and the third one, it's got the most capacity. If you press and hold the button at the front for a few seconds, what that will do is take the battery, the draw from the 2 smallest, lowest ones, and fill up one from the draw of that. So you've at least got one battery, quick full one, rather than waiting for all the rest of them to do that if you wanted to do that as well. So that's pretty cool. I might never remember to actually do that, but if you ever needed the battery from the others, you don't need all 3, you just need one more battery. Put that in, hold the button for a few seconds, that will take the power from the lowest 2 and fill up the one, so you've got one full battery, and you can take that away and start flying whilst it's still charging, for example, if you wanted to do that. But it is very, very clever. And you can, of course, up to 100 watt out to charge your mobile phones and every other devices. So that was a very quick tour summary. I'll get that plugged in later on. The SDC cables you need for the relevant one for your drones, if it's the Mavic 3 or the Air 3, the minis, they've got different cables, it's not the one off them. The Power, DJI Power 500 only has one adapter like this, so you can only use it to charge one battery. For me that's fine, but you can go up to the 1000 and the 2000 power, which gives you 2 dual SDC ports. For me, one SDC port was fine. I bought this when it was on an offer and a discount, so it was a fantastic price at $279. Bargain price rather than at full price. But the Power 1000 I thought too big for my needs, this will do, but the other one could be a possible future upgrade. So quick whistle stop tour for the Power 500. I'll let you know in future tests how it gets on. Okay, see you all, bye for now.